YouTube. It's your boy, Original Dog Man, John Castro. This video here is going to be on a more serious note. I'd be remiss if I didn't fucking talk about it. Straight up. I seen some real shady shit. Actually, I seen some shady shit happen this past week. And, who the fuck am I if I don't speak on it? So, someone came to my channel and said, "Hey, dog man, there's this new chick, a new YouTuber on on YouTube, and she reviews she reviews fragrances. She did the first video. I don't know when. It was like maybe a day, maybe today. When I did watch it, it was like a couple days ago. And I didn't think anything of it. It's like, cool, a new chick. Now, as I'm watching this chick, the chick seems legit. Seems innocent. And I noticed something. I noticed Steven from Red Lessons hit her up in the comment section. And then I noticed Mr. Smelly hit her up in the comment section. I'm like, wow, okay. I don't see Steven and Mr. Smelly hitting up other YouTubers who just start. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them hitting up dudes and hitting up, just being all around fair. I hit up women, I hit up dudes, and the newer the better. I feel like welcoming them to this to FragCon. Fair and square, everything's legit. That's just who I am. So, go to this chick's video. Someone commented, you guys can find a comment, and said, "Hey, dog man, there's this new reviewer. Her name is Sara Harris. She's new to the community. Go show her some love." Something like that, to that extent. And I'm like, okay, cool. I go check the channel out. She seems like a legit person, doing her little thing, welcoming her to the community. But then I noticed Steven, I noticed Mr. Smelly. Now, here's my thing. In all this, Sara Harris is innocent. I got no beef with Sara Harris. Don't know the chick. All I did was, hey, you're in a tag video. Welcome to the community. I tagged you in the video. 13 questions. That tag is going around. It was the latest tag, so I gave it to her. I tagged her and a couple other people. So, I seen Mr. Smelly. Yeah, you, Mr. Smelly. I got problems with you, Mr. Smelly. Dan, Mr. Smelly. I see Mr. Smelly comment. And then the very next video, the very next day, Sara Harris receives a bottle of Gravitas Pour Homme from Mr. Smelly. After all this hoopla and all this blah, blah, blah about how he can't give Mr. Cheap Sense a fucking sample, this motherfucker turns around and gives Sara Harris an entire bottle, who made one video, who had 200 subscribers. But at the time, Mr. Cheap Sense supported this dude, gave this dude, went to his channel, gave him comments. But Mr. Smelly couldn't go to Cheap Sense. Mr. Smelly couldn't give Cheap Sense a sample. You see, I'd be wrong if I didn't call this out. But this is what I do. So I'm doing it because no one else wants to fucking say anything about it. And I'm going to say something about it. You're fucking wrong. You know what Mr. Smelly's excuse was when he said he couldn't give Mr. Cheap Sense a sample? was because his funds, and he talked about to his people and all this other dumb excuses and shit. But yet you give Sara Harris, an upcoming reviewer who had less than 300 subscribers in the past couple of days, and she's gaining subscribers fast as shit. I believe she's up to 6 now. In a couple of days, she's up to 6. But what's the appeal? Well, we all know that sex sells. And I'm going to say it. The woman is sexy. It's another Demi Rawlin. But that is not what fucking is... Really, honestly, it's not what's supposed to happen here. But it does sell. Do I blame Mr. Smelly for doing that? Honestly, I can't blame him for that. But what I can blame him for is for his bullshit. His inability to try to play shit fair and square. See, this is how motherfuckers in this game go over other people's heads. And many of you motherfuckers out there are going to disagree with me. Dog, man, leave the girl alone. I'm not even talking about Sara Harris. The girl's got a little attitude, which I mean attitude, not a bad thing, a good attitude. She's got a little pizzazz. She's got sex appeal. And then she's got the backing now of Steven and Mr. Smelly. Who else is going to jump in there with her? I want to know who else is going to jump in there with her. While all you motherfuckers bypass all these other women in this community, and you're about to bounce this Sara Harris up to top tier reviewer because of sex appeal. Not because of her ability to review a fragrance. Because her ability to review a fragrance, I'm going to be straight up, is amateurish. That's a fact. There's other female reviewers who are way more professional and know the notes and can smell the notes better than Sara Harris. And that's just from me peeping out the first video. It's the sex appeal. It's what's selling, man. But how many of y'all gonna keep falling for this dumb shit? That's what I want to know. And to be honest, the fragrance community is ran by motherfuckers who have brains, who have dick for brains. Straight up, not me. I'm not one of these motherfuckers who have a dick for a brain. And I hate to say this shit. And most of y'all men out here in this fucking community might come against me. I don't give a fuck. Bring that shit on, motherfuckers. I'm straight up. Most of y'all think with y'all dicks. I don't. I've been past that fucking stage. A woman with a pretty body and a pretty face, nice ass, nice tits, that shit gets overlooked by me. That's the first fucking thing I overlook. Until you can prove to me that you have the fucking brain and you have some common sense and some intelligence, some spirituality, all that shit come before the looks with me, baby. That's the truth. Fuck your looks. Your looks are going to dissipate after a while. But when I see shit like this, man, I got to call it out. I have to call this shit out. Like I said, I'd be remiss. I'd be wrong if I didn't. I wouldn't be dog, man, if I didn't call this shit out. And for those of you who agree with this shit, man, y'all need to check yourself. Y'all really need to check y'all subjectivity. Y'all really need to check your fucking opinions, your emotions, and your feelings. My feelings, like, for women or pretty women, that shit don't rule me, man. I'm a fucking alpha male. Women do not fucking rule me. Straight up. Women don't rule me. So even with that being said, man, that's why I'm making this video. Because Mr. Smelly, you fucking dead wrong. You are dead wrong. After all the excuses you made why you couldn't give Keith a sample, you turn around and gave Sara Harris an entire fucking bottle. And she said it in her video. You gave it to her. That's what's sad about this, man. That's what's sad about this whole fucking ordeal. This is the shit right here. This is the shit that makes me sad about FragCon. Bullshit like this. That motherfuckers like this do some dumb shit like this. because you see a pretty face. Because you see a pretty face. You know, I watch Murphy Girl every now and then. I haven't seen one video, or it hasn't even popped up in my recommendations that Murphy Girl reviewed Gravitas Pour Maybe. Maybe, but it hasn't popped up. But Sara Harris sure in the fuck popped up in my recommendation of Gravitas Pour That shit popped right up. See, this is that algorithmic bullshit also. That PC bullshit. The political correct culture. That PC culture. This is that bullshit I can't fucking stand, man. The dishonesty bullshit. I just don't fucking dig that shit. I can't stand that shit. That's why I make videos like this, man. Because I call that shit out. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who the fuck you are. I'm going to call that shit out, man. That's some real low down bullshit, man. This dude gave, after all this shit, after the messages that he sent Key, and I got it on my fucking channel. Oh, I can't send you this because the funds and the funding, it's low, and all this other dumb shit that he sent Key. And bam, he sent Sara Harris a bottle of Gravitas Pour Just like that. Just like that. But couldn't take a little bit out of his spray bottle and just went, put it in a sample vial from Mr. Cheap Sense. Couldn't do that. Oh no, he couldn't do that. You know, like I said, this may make some of y'all sad. This might put y'all in a bad mood. Y'all might not like me for this. Y'all might hate me for this. Calling out this gorgeous, beautiful woman, blah, blah, blah. All this dumb shit. All this subjective bullshit. But like I said, once you put all that to the side, man, you can see the slate for what it is. The slate is clear and clean, baby. This is that shit that gets, you know, just that unfairness, man. That Demi Rawlins unfairness. And other women here who've been working hard at their channel. That should get the clout. That should get all the fucking accolades. All the prizes and awards. That they should. Fair and square. They can't even fucking get a leg up. Because of bullshit like this. It is what it is, man. It's reality. I recognize this shit. But I call it out. I call it out. So you know what I'm going to do? Every time Mr. Smelly makes the wrong move or the wrong step, I'll be making a video about you. That's what I'm going to do. That's some whole shit, man. That's some real whole shit, Mr. Smelly. Dan. That's your name, Dan? That's some whole shit, man. And you know it.